Cody Rhodes could have carried that, but he wasn't ready yet. He's ready now to be on any platform with any other wrestler in the world. The internet has been lit up this week. Good God.
It has. That's actually a really good segue to what we have to talk about. There you go. Alley oop. Hey, very nice. Very nice. Bang. All right. Without further ado, let's get to the oh my God moment of the week. And like Craig said, the pro wrestling world has been lit up this week because one of the founding fathers, I would actually say the founding father of AEW, Cody Rhodes, if it wasn't for Cody Rhodes saying that he could sell out 10,000 after he was being challenged by Dave Meltzer, originally Roman Reigns, that it stems from a tweet between him and Roman Reigns, and can he sell out an arena? That went back and forth, and he was like, I bet you I can. And he did, which was All Out in Chicago, and that really spawned AEW. And so if anybody's the founding father of AEW, it's Cody Rhodes, and he's gone. He is out of AEW. Statements from him, Tony Khan, and his wife Brandi. Both of them are gone. So here's a question. Here's a question to you, Paige, because I know that you worked with Cody a lot. You came out with him during some of his big matches in AEW. You worked very, very closely with Cody. Your thoughts on this big move of Cody no longer being affiliated with the company that he really helped create?
Well, first I'll tell you what we talked about, which was this simple. It was love Tony Khan. They love me. It was just time for me to go. And he told me, and he called me before it happened. And he goes, I can't tell you anymore, bro. He said, but when I can, I will. And I said, totally respect. I appreciate you calling me up and letting me know, man. Because, of course, my phone lit up like it was 4th of July, or my birthday, with tweets and texts and all sorts of stuff. I went right to Instagram and Twitter and just, wished him all the luck in the world, wherever he was heading. Like I said, I don't understand where he's going or what he's doing. We all think we know, and a lot of people do. There's a lot of speculation, but, I kind of blew my mind. That's my thought, because, I was there from the beginning of all that. We were doing all the production for Cody. And the only reason I did that was because the Young Bucks had kind of set the precedent of putting their stuff up there on YouTube and developed an amazing following. And I was like, bro, let us do your stuff for you. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. Just let us do it. And that's how it all started. And because they did so unbelievable, and Tony Khan, I love the guy. He's awesome dude, man. When he first came on, I didn't know who he was or any of that. And Cody was telling me about, them going back and forth about what this could be. For him to be such an intricate part of it, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. But Cody's a really smart dude, man. He's cut from his daddy's loin, And in the beginning, my relationship for Cody, in the beginning, like when he was 12, 13, 14, 15, had a lot to do with my affiliation and love and respect for the Dream. But by the time Cody was 16, it was because of him and what he would go on to do. And so I look for great things from him, man. Whatever it is, I look for him to be powerful. And for him to have walked away from this, it's got to be something that's, that I don't see right now, because I haven't been I haven't been brought in yet. And when the time's right, it'll be right. I just want the best for him, you know? Him and Brandi and Little Liberty.
For sure. Yep. Vince, so right now the biggest buzz that's following Cody's departure is that he has indeed rumored to sign with WWE, and you know he could debut within the next couple of weeks. But as of the latest news, Brandi will be sitting home. WWE doesn't have any interest in Brandi as of now. It'll just be a Cody thing.
Man, I'll tell you, Chris, what I think is going to be difficult, just because I think I know Vince McMahon a little bit. I think this is going to be difficult for Cody. Bro, he was on top at AEW. And you know what? He earned that spot because he was one of the creators of the vision. No doubt about it, bro. He earned that spot. And I'll be honest with you. Listen, it's no secret. Cody has said things about me that I don't like and that are not true. But I will say this. He carried the spot, bro. No doubt about it. Going out there in a $1 million suit, cutting those promos, he delivered. I will never take that away from him, bro. However, bro, when you have a guy going from AEW back to the WWE now, bro, Vince ain't going to start him on top. I mean, I'm telling you, bro, Cody is going to be in a spot where he's going to have to prove himself to Vince, although Vince has a history of doing that. And that might be difficult for Cody because, you know, quite frankly, I think he's earned that spot as the top guy. But if you know, Vince ain't going to bring an AEW guy in and put him over his guys. He's going to make Cody climb that ladder again. That's good. That's going to be a challenge for Cody. But Paige knows his deposition, you know, better than I do. And I mean, Paige, I would believe that Cody would be able to overcome that.
You know, let's just say, because again, I don't know.
Right,
you know what I mean? If I did,
Right.
I still wouldn't tell anybody, but I'm being truthful. That was what I told you really happened. And I respect, you know, NDAs today and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. And like Cody will tell you, man, there's times where, you know, he was going out there having a big match. I don't want to know the finish. I want to watch it. I want to watch it unfold. But let's say for a minute that, you know, that he is going there and he left that spot he was in. I got to believe that something would have to be different because I've been there and I was on top of the world and it was a whole different spot that I thought I was walking into.
Yeah.
Sting went in there and they pushed him like hell, but then beat him off. You know, Sting. Cody's I'll tell you what, he's smarter than I am. Like, if I was to do it again, I would have been like, guaranteed this, or, you know, today I've learned you can walk away from the table. And when it comes down to it, sometimes you got to get up and walk away from the table. I didn't know it before that day that I came in and met Vince McMahon. And they wanted me to do the stalker thing. And I pitched them the People's Champion versus People's Champion, which is the obvious money. And he didn't want it. Now, knowing what I know today, this is Monday morning quarterbacking, but you got to remember, Cody's seen all that. He's heard me. He's heard me talk about it. He's heard his old man talk about it. He's been there. I will be blown away if there's any other circumstances, if he's going there. And like I say, I don't know, you know, I'll be blown away if he doesn't have some kind of control of his own destiny or on paperwork. I'll be blown away, and I don't expect to be blown away. That's my point. It's like, I don't expect to be, but I'm eyes wide open, just watching with everyone else and, you know, just hoping my boy, you know, freaking gets what he deserved, because that sumbitch leaving years ago because they didn't see him as a top performer in our business, in public, if you will.
Come on, somebody.
That they did not see that, understandable. But they should have saw it the day he inducted his old man into the Hall of Fame. Because I don't know anyone under 30 who's been in the business that could have done what that kid did when he was 20 years old.
Yeah.
That was powerful. And that right there showed he was money. And then he proved it. And he did the whole 10,000 people, and it was 11,246 people. It sold out in 30 minutes. And boom, boom, boom. Nobody cuts a better promo than him in AEW or WWE. Nobody cuts a better promo than him. And he can back up the work. So let's see what happens. Because I don't know if he's going there. But, if he is, he's got all the tools. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he had all the tools. Like you said, he had all the tools before he left.
But so much different, though. So much different, though, Chris. It was like in 1995, I really thought I was ready for that spot.
Sure.
In 96, man, I was positive. In 97, when it exploded, I knew I had it. And I look back to that guy in 95, he didn't hold a candle to the guy in 96. He didn't hold a candle in 95. He didn't hold a candle to the guy in 96. I blew those guys out of the water. Cody Rhodes could have carried that, but he wasn't ready yet. He's ready now to be on any platform with any other wrestler in the world. He's ready for a main event from, I don't care where you put him, from WrestleMania to whatever pay-per-view they have. So let's see that if that was to happen, which would be really cool for me, man, because I want to sit back and, if that's the case in the wrestling world, I'm excited as hell to see it. If it's the acting world, I'm excited to see what happens, I know the kids are going to deliver. That's what I do know.
It's funny because out of the members of the elite, out of the founding fathers of all elite wrestling, this is how Cody, and people hate on Cody so much. I'm like, I don't get the Cody hate because he's the only person out of the founding fathers of AEW who's not been a world champion. Because he represents the company. He wants to put me over. Kenny Omega's been a world champ. Hangman Page is a world champ. The Bucks were world tag team champs. Cody never won the AEW World Championship. But instead, he was spending much of his time putting people over like MJF, like Darby Allin, like Brody Lee, like QT Marshall. He even, put over Anthony Ogogo. Nobody knew who Anthony Ogogo was. He had a major match and a weigh-in. Like, he spent his time putting people over, and that was a big thing for him. And so, I don't understand it. I never understood the Cody hate. Never understood it in AEW. The only person who even went at a world championship.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either along that line, but that's just wrestling. It's just part of our crazy business. I think one of the things you just said, all those people, no one knows who MJF is if Cody doesn't pitch him hard. They didn't want him to come in, but he pitched him so hard, and Tony really got to see him, and Tony's like, okay, yeah. Darby Allin, who knew who this 5'8", 160-pound guy was? Cody went out in 20 minutes with him. And for the wrestling fans not to really embrace that, dude, you look at it, he creates talent just like his daddy did. That's create and make the talent.
Chris, I got to tell you, bro. I got to tell you because I was watching it happen. Bro, and this all started with the negativity towards Cody. I'm telling you, bro, with Rhodes to the top. Because I'm telling you something, bro. Hear me out. I was watching that show every week, and I was saying to myself, I hope you guys are working an angle, because you are coming across as two of the most unlikable people I've ever seen in my life. I'm dead serious, bro, because it was about the money and the house and the lifestyle. Bro, look at your AEW crowd. That's not money and house and tour trucks and this and that. They both, bro, they came across very cocky, very arrogant, very better than, where I swear I was saying, bro, I hope you guys are working an angle. I hope you guys are turning heel, because this show is not doing either one of you. Now, bro, I don't know the guy from a hole in the wall, so I'm watching this show like everybody else. And, bro, I'm telling you, that's really when the negativity towards him started. That's really when it happened.
He made Brody Lee a star, and just like that, you know, when he came after being Brody being underutilized in WWE, made Malachi Black a star just like that. After Malachi was underutilized in WWE, just person of the person of the person of the person. So, 100%.
Yeah, but
let's go, bro.
Let's always say, when I say that, if, and again, this is a huge if, I don't know shit. If, to me, it's got to be in the back, like creating talent, helping guys with their stuff. I didn't mean, because going up there, he needs to go up there and get pushed through the roof. That's where he needs to go. If he's going there, he needs to go there with a push, because I've already been there, and no, it don't work the other way.
Yeah.
It don't work the other way.
Yeah, very true. Let's go rolling down memory lane, fellas. Let's just spend a couple minutes talking about whether you believe. I'm already saying my answer. All right, this is my all-time favorite promo, because he talks about the textile workers, baby. You give him a watch, you kick him in the butt, you say, hey, a computer took your place, Daddy. That's all time, baby. I love this promo, my all-time favorite. Is it among your favorite promo of all time, Paige?
Seriously? My hand is touching your hands.
Come on.
Come on, baby. You know, I mean, the Dream, I loved everything the Dream ever said, but that promo, you know, there's a band that they do this. I've seen Jake and I've seen Dusty, where they do the beat to what Dusty's saying.
I saw that.
They're playing music, and the video screens behind him, and my hand. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. A buddy of mine walked into a bar and saw this, and he filmed it for me and sent it to me. Yeah, without question, man. One of the greatest promos ever. I'll tell you how over that promo is. Oh my God, I can't think of her name right now. Entertainment Tonight, the beautiful girl, Maria Menounos. Maria Menounos. She can do that promo cold from beginning to end with inflection and feeling. And when you've got Maria Munoz cutting Dusty's promo word for word, that's over.
Over.
For life.
Yeah. Man, tall times, Daddy. Come on, what you think?
The promo's over huge. No doubt about it. Bro, it ain't no Scott Steiner math promo, bro.
It's no Scott Steiner math. No Steiner math. You're right. Touche.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the great late Dusty. I love the Steiner math promo. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my God.
Touche, man. Steiner math given. Steiner math takes the cake, man. All right, let's land a plane, fellas. Low, bro. So Bray Wyatt, he comes out of hibernation. He's been in Twitter hibernation for a while now. He comes out of Twitter hibernation to make a very emphatic statement. There was a columnist, there was a journalist that talked about the list of people. He said, okay, so if Goldberg loses to Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber, that means that Roman Reigns would have beat every single former Universal Champion. All right. So Goldberg had a question mark. All the other former Universal Champions had check marks because technically Roman Reigns has beaten every single Universal Champion because he was in the triple threat match to win the Universal Championship with The Fiend and Braun Strowman a week after SummerSlam. So technically he has beat, Wyatt, but Bray comes out of hibernation and he says, take my name off of that blank. And that was it. And that's it. He went back into hibernation, and that obviously either he had won nothing to do with the Universal Championship, or he doesn't believe that he should be on the list of Roman Reigns. Vince, what are your thoughts of Bray Wyatt coming out of Twitter hibernation?
I gotta tell you, Chris, when I looked at that, I kind of took it as a joke. I kind of took it like Bray was just joking around. I mean, that was my take. I could be totally wrong, but I just took it that way for some reason.
Interesting. You think that it was smart? You think it was a joke by laying low on Twitter for so long, and then making that statement against some journalist making it?
Because I thought it was funny.
Gotcha.
Like I popped when I saw that. I thought it was funny. I think he was looking for a laugh.
Wait, do you think so, or you disagree?
100%, dude. I mean, come on, Bray Wyatt. When I saw it, I laughed.
Right.
I laughed when I saw it. I mean, he's not a mark. And anytime you can get your name on any of those, prestigious straps, it means something, man. That's who we work towards, no matter what. And he's one of the cats who, had a hell of a ride at that point. To me, it was just so funny that it came out of nowhere. I expect to see him on AEW or something,
right.
Show up in a crowd, and come down with a mask on or something, eat somebody, but just for them to pop out like that, and look what happened. People sold it like crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point there, Paige. Well, let's go ahead and land and close it up, fellas. Real quick, Paige, you got anything revving right now?
Oh yeah, man. My date is up March 1st. The Guardians of Justice is going to be a Netflix original. You'll start seeing probably promo a couple days out at the end of February. I'll be promoing 10 days out. And this is something, dude, that I worked on 7 years in the making. And to actually be on the biggest platform on the planet and be a Netflix original, and it's so different. This show is so different. It's it's a mixture of real life, living as being in a series, and when you get to the fights, like Johnny Morrison, Johnny Hennigan, whatever name you want to go by, his real name Johnny Hennigan, he's one of the guys who's in it too, and one of his fight scenes and shoot 'em up things is so entertaining. But while he's killing people, it's like a video game, and it's like something you've never seen before. It's kind of go back to Batman in the 60s, pow, boom, and then put it on super steroids, growth hormone, everything. And then there's 8 different types of animation, 2D. There's 3D animation, claymation, all move through this story. I'll as soon as I can, maybe next week I can get because Netflix is super tight with everything, but maybe we can get the little trailer to put up there so people can see it. Because as soon as I get it up there, and I'll get it to you, and I don't know if you have a way of doing that, putting it up there, but it's really cool. There's never been a show like this. And to me, it could get hot. You never know. Or who knows? It might not.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to hit with people. So Guardians of Justice, March 1st, mark it on your calendar. Check it out and let me know what you think.
And also DDP Snake Pit on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. DDP Snake Pit. Me and Jake are loving it, man. We're loving the show, man. We're having fun.
Nice. Hit that sub button, for DDP Snake Pit. This has been a really good night of segues. Really good transition segues. Speaking of segues, Paige mentioned Batman in the 60s. Vince Russo, you've got a show about Batman in the 60s. Let them know about Channel Attitude, bro.
Yeah, bro. One of my many podcasts, channelattitude.com. We've got the Joker's Mustache, where we actually break down every single episode of Batman 66. Me and R.D. Reynolds. A lot of fun, man. Check that out, channelattitude.com.
Yep, nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bro Show.
I'm calling you right
DDP. Yeah, say that again.
I said I'm calling Vince as soon as we get done.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. All right. DDP, Vince, they're about to go through their plans to return to next year's Royal Rumble. Meanwhile, I'm going to close the show up. See you all later. Get out of here.
All right.